All right, we are recording. Welcome to iExcel. Okay, so that was staff introduction. Sorry the sound's a little quiet. Some of the staff's not quite as loud as I am, but that's okay. We still like them. All right, so I love videos. I'm going to share a video with you right now called Famous Failures. Think about that. Those two words don't always go together because we don't think of failures as being famous. So think about right now, somebody that you know is very famous, but maybe they failed. So we're going to share the screen again, and I'll start the video. And please make sure the sound comes through.
After being cut from his high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. He wasn't able to speak until he was almost 4 years old, and his teachers said he would never amount to much. Was demoted from her job as a news anchor because she wasn't fit for television. Fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. At age 11, he was cut from his team after being diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, which made him smaller in stature than most kids his age. At 30 years old, he was left devastated and depressed after being unceremoniously removed from the company he started. A high school dropout whose personal struggles with drugs and poverty culminated in an unsuccessful suicide attempt. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything and that he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Rejected by Decca Recording Studios, who said, "We don't like their sound. They have no future in show business." His first book was rejected by 27 publishers. His fiancée died, failed in business, had a nervous breakdown, and was defeated in 8 elections. If you've never failed, you've never tried anything new.
All right, I'm back. So you're probably sitting there going, why did Crazy Steve show us a video about failures? Now, if I was over there in the room, I would ask you to raise your hand and maybe tell me why. And one of the questions I'm going to ask you is, what do all those people have in common? Well, they failed, but they got back up and they tried again. And that's what sets them apart from other people who failed. You know, the only way to never fail is to never try anything. I can be very successful in sleeping if I just stay in bed all day long and never get up, but I'll never do anything else. Now, I won't fail, but I won't accomplish anything either. And that doesn't make you feel very good. So guess what? Everyone in that room over there and everyone in this building, staff included, we have all failed at something. But here's the cool thing about the Excel Center. If you fall down, we're going to run over and help you get back up. We're going to brush you off. We might kick you in the fanny a little bit and get you going, but we're not going to let you lay on the floor and fail. I promise you that. Sometimes you'll have to tell us. You're going to have to ask us, I need help. And that's okay. We all need help every now and then, especially now more than ever. We all need to help each other. All right. I love that video. I'm going to show you another one here. So I will share my screen again. All right. Here we go. And boom.
This is your life. Looks pretty full, doesn't it? That's because it is. It's full of all the things you'd be incomplete without. Love, family, food, water, health, your parents, your passions. With all of these things, you could have nothing else and still lead a full life. But even with all of this, you'll still have some space to fit more things. Smaller things. This is your job, your car, your house, money. Things are still important. If you took them all away, your life would still be full. If you're watching this video, that means you're lucky enough to have at least some of these things. If you're really lucky, and many of us are, you'll still have some space left over. These are the really small things. Watching a movie, playing a video game, sports, ice cream. Things that make your life a little bit nicer. Things that are really just trivial. If you wanted, you could try to put these things first. Wasting your time in front of the television, or the computer, playing games, or whatever it might be. You follow it up with the material things. Money, cars, houses, clothes. But then when it comes time to try to fit in all the important things, you run out of space. Some things will have to be left out. Nobody wants that. So keep that in mind as you go through life. Put the really important things first, and then find space for the rest. If you run out, it really won't matter anyways. Just a small stuff.
All right. Anybody over there busy? Have a busy life? Just don't have time for anything else? You know what? I'm that way too. We had a really good lesson at my house last night. I have two teenage boys, one's 14 and one's 17. They like to play video games. And right now, in this world that we live in, they have a lot of free time. Too much. Mom and dad have to go to work. They're home by themselves every other day. Not very good. So we have a new deal this semester with our boys in the house. Any zeros show up on your grades? No online gaming. That was a hard lesson last night. Both boys lost online gaming for 24 hours. Boy, Dad, you're so mean. But guess what? They haven't set their priorities yet. They don't know what's important yet. They think gaming's important. So look, I've got a gift for everybody. I'm going to come over later and I'm going to give every one of you one of these beautiful iExcel golf balls. That's a squeezy ball. It's to remind you that you need to make school a priority. When it comes time to come to school, get up, come to school. If it's time to do your work, do your work. Don't play video games. Don't take a nap. Don't roll over and go to sleep. Don't watch a movie. Do this. If you do this, before you know it, you're going to be in those slides that I was showing when we started today of all of our graduations. And other students are going to be sitting in the same chairs you're in, watching you on the screen because you graduated, because you made school one of your priorities. Let us help you do that. We all can be successful. We are here because we want to help you be successful. All right, let's see. I'm going to share the screen again. And we are going to go to the next slide. All right, school expectations. Okay, need to talk about those just a little bit. We hope, can you see the screen, everybody? No. Nope. All right, let's try it again. Now can you see the screen?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I can hear those words from across the hallway. Okay, so if you see in the little screen, I'm holding up a green piece of paper. You're going to see these posted all over the building. So we have a 38-page online handbook. It's going to, later today, you're going to fill out some paperwork about that. You can go online, you can read it, or you can sign off and say, Steve told me about it. I'm not a big fan of handbooks because those are kind of like rule books. If I catch you breaking these rules, then you're going to be in trouble. I don't like that. Okay. So I'm really, I like things very simple. So here's our school expectations for every one of us that walk in the door. And that means me, the staff members, and all of our students. And they're on these green pieces of paper, 4 of them. You came here today, you got your fannies out of bed, you came over here to come and get your high school diploma. Number 1 and number 2, you got to be here. You got to work hard. If you're late, come to school anyway. We want you to be on time, but come anyway. All right? When you get here, work really, really hard. Don't come here and go to sleep in class. That's not going to help us. It's not going to help you. All right? In our world we're living in right now for term 4, some of you will be staying home and Zooming into your class. That still means you have to be on time. That still means you have to work hard. If you do those things, that will greatly improve your chances of graduating. And that's what we want, is to graduate. Number 3 on the list, very, very important. It's one of the most important things about our school. We all have to be respectful. Guys, I don't have to tell you what's going on in the world today. All you got to do is turn on the TV, look at a newspaper, listen to the radio. It's a weird world out there. We're not respecting each other very much. In this school, it's important, and we do respect each other. You notice our picture. I like the one with the green hands. We have everything in the world here. Every skin color you can imagine, people from all over the world, people who speak multiple languages, people who practice different religions. We have blue hair, purple hair, green hair. We have body art, body piercings. We have different sexual orientations, and we don't care about any of that stuff. We care about each other. So I need a promise from you. If anyone treats you poorly, if anyone disrespects you, if anyone makes you feel uncomfortable here at the Noblesville Excel Center, I need you to come tell me. Not next week, not tomorrow, right now. And my promise to you is I will take care of that. I don't want anyone to ever leave school and quit because they weren't welcome here at the Excel Center. All right? Couple other things under be respectful. Dress code. There's a dress code in that handbook. You don't want me to tell you how to dress every day, and I don't want to stand at the top of the stairs and be the dress code police. All you got to do is dress respectful. Nothing illegal on your clothing. Nothing that would upset our diverse student population. There's enough of that. We don't need that here. And everybody probably has the cutest belly buttons in the world, but I don't want to see them here at school. Keep them covered up. You don't want to see mine, I promise you. All right? Cell phones. Those are on the respectful list. I'm not going to take your cell phone away from you. I don't have time for that. We want you to use it in a respectful manner. That means when you're in class, it's on silent mode. That means you're not playing on it while the teacher's teaching. I promise you, they have worked very hard to prepare to teach you. Please don't play on your phone while you're in class. If your phone rings and vibrates and it's someone special in your life that you have to take the phone call, go out in the hall and take the phone call. That's okay. Now, don't stay out there for 2 hours talking to your honey bear, but get right back into class. We know you need to answer the phone. Your children's school could be calling. Work could be calling. It could be very, very important, and we understand that. Bring some earbuds. Sometimes your teachers will let you listen to some music during class. Put in some earbuds when you do that, okay? While we're talking about what you can bring to class, I'd bring a backpack. I'd put a sweatshirt in there because some rooms are really cold, some rooms are really hot. You may have food in the classroom. You may have drinks in the classroom. All of that's okay. If you're having a bad hair day, put a hat on that noggin and come to school. All we want you is here, and we want you to be comfortable, okay? Last on this list, obey the law. Yep, unfortunately, we have to obey the law here at the Excel Center. We are in the beautiful Ivy Tech campus. They are my landlords. We want them to continue to be our landlords, so we have to obey the law and respect their rules. Right now, because of COVID, we are stuck in this hallway only. We cannot go anyplace else. If you come to school, you're going to come in door 33. When you go to the classroom, your teacher's going to check your temperature, or you're going to check it for yourself, and then wear a mask and stay in this hallway. When this is all over someday, we'll get to go back out into the building. They have some very nice lounges. They have some concession areas, some machines that you can buy some stuff. But right now we're stuck in this hallway, okay? If you're gonna be a silly adult and break the law, go do it someplace else. Don't do it here, okay? I don't want that to ever be a problem for our school and cause us not to be able to help people, all right? If there's any tobacco users in the room, stop it. No, if you're gonna smoke, if you're gonna use tobacco products, not in the building. You notice a little pine tree on there? That's where the smoking area is. Outside door 33, over to the left, there are some pine trees. That's where the smokers are. It also happens to be by the cemetery. There's no relationship. Well, yeah, there is a relationship, but it's not on purpose, okay? All right, next slide. Oh, it's Amy's turn. Amy, wherever you are, if you'll come over here. Here she comes. Guys, it's been great talking to you. I'm going to turn it over to Amy. She's going to talk about graduation requirements and what's next. All right. See you later. Keep the mouse on that side and click and slide it.
Thanks. Okay. Hello, everyone. As Steve said, I'm going to talk about graduation requirements. So probably the first and most important thing for you to know is that you are enrolled in a high school designed for adults. With us, as you progress through your classes, you are going to earn all of the credits you need to earn your Indiana Core 40 high school diploma. We are not a GED program. You are here to get your high school diploma. The Indiana Core 40 diploma is the exact same diploma you would earn at any other high school in the state of Indiana. If you went to Noblesville or Fishers or Westfield or wherever you're coming to us from, you would have earned your Core 40 diploma, and that's what you're going to earn with us. So I'm just going to walk through the classes you need, the credits you need in order to be able to get that diploma. And I'm also going to talk about some other graduation requirements that are now in place. So the first one, what do I click? Okay. English credits. Sorry, Steve has a weird mouse over here and it looks like it's from another planet.
It's not weird.
So graduation requirements. You need 8 English classes or 8 English credits. If you previously earned some English credits and you got us your transcript, those will transfer to us. You just need 8 total from a combination of your old school and us. Math, you need 2 Algebra 1 credits, 2 Geometry credits, and 2 Algebra 2 credits. This area is unique, right? Because high school credits start with Algebra 1, but I'm going to guess that many of you may not yet have Algebra 1 skills. So even though the first high school credits are Algebra 1, we might end up starting you in a pre-algebra class so that we can build up your skills and get you ready for Algebra 1. And how we're going to learn that is later this morning, you are going to do some placement testing. So we're going to give you a placement test in English and math. Please don't think of it as a test. You don't get graded on it. You don't earn a credit. It has nothing to do with that. What it deals with, it tells us what your English ability is and what your math ability is so that we can start you in classes that you're ready for. So math is one of those areas that a lot of our students tend to start in a pre-algebra class where Ellie can work with you, help build up those math skills and get you ready for algebra. Science. So these are the science credits you need. Interesting fact here, we do not have a science teacher. So if you need any of these 6 science credits, these are online classes for us. And we will give you the information of how you access those classes through a program called Odysseyware. But if you need any of these credits, you'll complete them on your own online. Social studies, history, government, econ. For us, a lot of these social studies credits are built into our English classes. So if you take English 4, for example, with Lynn, in English 4, you're going to get 2 English credits and a world history credit, all 3 credits in the one class. So a lot of the social studies classes are built into our English classes. 5 direct electives, which many of you will probably have these already from your previous school. This is going to be art classes, music classes, construction classes, anything kind of career oriented falls under direct electives. And then PE, health, and 6 more electives. So PE1, PE2, and health, those 3 classes along with the science classes must also be done online. We don't have a PE instructor. We're not going to make you do jumping jacks or push-ups or anything like that. You're going to take those classes online. And then 6 general electives is any class you would have already taken that doesn't fall into one of the categories we just talked about. Does anyone have questions about the classes and credits you need to graduate? Okay, so the first graduation requirement that we just discussed is completing all core 40 credits, both with a combination of classroom classes and the online classes. The second graduation requirement, when you get very close to graduating, you will be required to take a class called Senior Seminar. It would be very similar to a college and career class that you would take in your traditional high school, but this is the Excel Center style. So Maya's going to work with you to try to figure out what you're interested in. What do you want to do after high school? Are you headed to college, or do you want to get into a certain career? So that senior seminar class is going to hopefully help you learn a lot about yourself and help you learn what you're interested in and what you will pursue after you graduate with us. And then the last requirement, so this is good news. iStep is no longer required in order to graduate. So it used to be that you had to pass English and math state testing before you could graduate. iStep is no longer required, but in place of that, the state has recognized we need to get our students ready for life after high school. So what they have done in lieu of iStep is that our students are required to get some sort of workplace certification or a combination of college credits. That gets really interesting and much more involved than what we're going to talk about here. But again, once you get very close to graduating, your life coach is going to talk with you about what you want to do next, so we can figure out if you want to pursue a certification or some sort of college credits. I think at least one of you in the room already has a workplace certification, because when you checked in, you told me you worked as a CNA, a certified nursing assistant. So you would already have that complete unless you just wanted to do something else. But again, that has replaced iStep, and it's a tool we want to give you to help prepare you for life after high school. So that's it for graduation requirements. Again, hopefully each of you either gave us your transcript already or hopefully Lou tracked down your old transcript so that we can transfer all of the credits you've already earned over to us, and so that your coach can get you scheduled into the appropriate classes now. Are there any questions on any of that? Okay. So this screen, this is where our online classes are housed. So Odysseyware is the name of the program we use to help you fulfill your online classes. So again, if you need any of the science credits, this is where you're going to go and complete them, or if you need PE or health. Other classes can be done online, but we really encourage students to take classroom classes when they can, because you can get more credits at one time. So Odysseyware is the name of the program. And please take a picture of this if you can. The website is goodwill.owschools.com, and it has to be that website. If you just Google Odysseyware, it is not going to take you to this website, and then your login information is not going to work. Once you go to the website, your username is going to be your first name, period, last name, and then it's going to be 3 numbers, which your coach will give you those numbers. And everyone's password is Excel123. Once you log in, you're going to click a button called Learn at the top, and it's going to give you your class. So this student was assigned to economics. So you're going to click on economics, and Odysseyware is going to make you go through the program the way it wants you to go through. It doesn't let you skip around. It doesn't let you jump around. You have to get certain scores on lessons and tests before it moves you on. So it will take a little bit of patience on your part to learn how the system is set up. But once you do, those classes can go pretty quickly. Just a couple notes on Odysseyware. Unit pretests are important. So every class has 4 to 5 units on it. Every unit has a pretest. If you score a 70% on that pretest of that unit, 70% or higher, the entire unit will be skipped and it will move you on to the next unit. So take your time on pretests, work hard on those, because it can save you a lot of time if it skips the unit. Understand, however, you only get 1 chance at taking that pretest. So if you start it and you get a 68%, it's going to make you work through the unit because you didn't get that 70%. So you only have 1 chance to take the pretest. On the other end of the spectrum, essay responses are not important. Essays do not get graded. Coaches see what you put in that box, but they don't get graded. They ultimately get skipped on the coach side of things. So do not spend time responding to essays. Just type a letter or a phrase or say hi to your coach and move on. Essays do not get graded. Okay, so that's it for online classes. Now shifting gears a little bit, this video is going to be how to log into your Google Classroom. So for your classes right now, your classroom classes that is, you can choose to either come to the building or Zoom in to your classes and meet virtually. I always encourage new students to come to the building if you're comfortable. Your teachers can help you much more if you are live and with them in the classroom. They can be much more hands-on and give you the support you need if you're in the building with them. With that said, we completely understand that COVID is still a real thing right now, and some of you may not be comfortable coming to the building. And so if that's you in your position, then you'll Zoom in. However, all the work you're going to do for your classroom classes is through Google Classroom. So if I can figure out how to operate Steve's mouse, I'm going to play this for you.
To log into your student email address, open up Google Chrome, sign in to Gmail. Your email address is your first name, period, last name, followed by the last 3 digits of your student ID. Your coach and teachers can provide the numbers for you. Then type in @excelcenter.org. Click next. Your password will be your birthday, month, day, the 4 digits of the year, period, then first initial, followed by your last initial. Your coach and teacher can share that password with you as well. Once you log in, you will find the invitations to join your classes. Right here is the classroom invitation to join Math B, Term 3, from teacher Ellie Perry. Scroll down the email, click on Join. You are now in Math Lab B. Click on the Classwork tab. You will find your first assignment.
Okay, thanks, Erica. We completely understand that Google Classroom is probably going to be a 100% new technology for the majority of you. So please don't let this freak you out, as my 4-year-old would say. Ask your teachers questions, ask your coach questions. If you're having trouble logging in, please just don't not log in, but ask for help. We understand we have been through the same frustration during the last year of figuring this all out from our side, and we know it's new to you. So just communicate any challenges you're having so that your teacher and coach can help you as much as you can.